figure out. Okay, so let's go ahead and all get onto IXL to see if that can happen. Okay, you guys all have your planners. Let's go ahead and write that down, yeah? 30 minutes, cohort B, IXL. So as promised in that email I sent you guys, one of many emails that I might have sent you guys, that we're going to be spacing things out throughout the week, and they have to be done during specific times, like cohort B and Fridays. Don't even look at me like that was your nap time, okay? Because you guys are horrible procrastinators. I don't even think the word is horrible. I more like think it's you guys are professional procrastinators. And so we're gonna try and stop that bad habit. Okay, so let's make sure you guys do this. Okay, so 30 minutes. Did you guys all get onto IXL? I need you guys to do it because I need to show you guys where to go. Okay, so hit the diagnostics tab at the top. Okay, everybody got on? You guys are good? Go to the diagnostics tab, and then you should be able to scroll down and see first, I think it's math first, am I right? And then you scroll down and you should have what? Language arts. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to share my screen with you, and then you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at here. So if you guys look, right, you have these recommended skills. You see down here, right? And you can choose what you want to do. It's like you're at IHOP and it's a menu, right? What do you feel like eating today? So it's like, what do you feel like focusing on? So what you need to do is just select one of these, right? So you need to focus on 2 skills, 15 minutes per skill. Can? I think that's really doable. Okay, so like I would focus also on writing strategies, okay, to just really focus on more grammar stuff, because we don't really focus on grammar stuff too much. Okay, and then also going, good old vocabulary, and then whatever else you feel like doing. Okay, 30 minutes cohort B. Can? Okay, I think that's better. I think it's more it's also more personalized, so whatever you're not good at, that's what's going to pop up on your screen. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's really good. Okay, let's go back to our canvas. Okay, and so I just want to go back and talk about the environment and sustainability unit. And the question is, how do we sustain a life in the Hawaiian Islands? Okay, as we go through the first couple slides, the purpose of this project, everybody following along, right? I just embedded it onto that first part of the module. So the purpose of this project, remember, is to learn how to research and brainstorm and combine innovative and traditional methods, right, to create these viable solutions, right, these possible solutions. Want you guys to also be able to solve our current challenges dealing with the pandemic, the reopening of Hawaii, and solve our problem with being reliant on the good old barges, right? I don't know how many times I heard about the toilet paper issue, but that is a real issue when you have to go, So the next purpose is to become our community's collaborative problem solvers. So this is us practicing how to impact our communities later on in life. Next, we're going to be focusing on this Olelo No'eau 531, Heli'i Ka'aina, Hekawa, Kekanaka. All right, and we need to focus on this because this is going to frame our perception of land. Okay, so I'm going to skip all the way to slide 15. Everybody go to slide 15. Okay, so this is the start of the second part of this unit. Everybody good? Slide 15, Caleb, you got them. Okay, so go to slide 16. This is your scenario. Dear future residents of Mokuokeawe, we are at a turning point in the existence of our Aina, Ame Kapo'e Oka Aina, which is first our land and the people of this land. So in being, in referencing the Olelo no Ea, notice land comes first and then Kapo'e o Ka'aina comes second. Why? Because it's not a reciprocal relationship. The land does not need us, all right? We need the land. So that's why the land comes first in this sentence. It says, the future is calling. Together, we will be creating proposals that will change the course of the future. We will be developing multiple hui to contribute to the health and wellness of our Aina and the people through a mission of sustainable living. The call to action has been sent out. Now is the time to change the course of the future for the ones who have not been born yet and to honor na kupuna that came before us. May the odds be ever in your favor, Ms. Calverton. Okay, so that's the scenario basically, right? Now's the time you're going to be collaborating in small groups. In fact, I'm going to just break you guys up into 2 groups and you're going to work with this. Can? I think this is great. Okay, so we're going to take what you've learned from last semester, and we're now going to jump into our Grassroots Partnership Project. Go to slide 17. Okay, so slide 17, we're focusing on week 1. Gather more research, adjust mission, roles, and goals. You're going to be researching community activists and nonprofit organizations that are impacting the community. And you're going to assign your roles in your hui and doing interviews. Can. Okay, that's just week 1. So we're revisiting what we feel are the needs of our community. You're going to be interviewing somebody from your family. So you can go back and have those conversations. Like I believe, Hayden, you are talking with your dad about these kinds of issues, right? So you can go back and revisit, have deeper conversations, okay? Or you can choose somebody else, is fine. Okay, and then you can use what you've learned. So that's week 1. Week 2, work on Grassroots project proposal. You're going to be drafting a proposal as an outline and then actually writing the draft next week. Okay, so that's what you have to bring to class. Okay, is your research. You're going to pitch your research proposals, your project, and then you're going to be creating your outline and draft. Week 3 is your final revisions of presentation. You're going to be revising your proposals. You're going to be combining and compiling your individual kuleana, and then you're going to practice your presentation. Week 4 is your presentation to the class. You need to make sure that it's somewhere between 3 and 4 minutes long, okay, and that all members present and participate. Okay, so I just drew it out for you. That's your 4 weeks in long-term standards. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your announcements. Go ahead and get into your announcements. I've given you guys group document. Oops. Okay, everybody on that? Period 7 grouping. Okay, so find it in your announcements. Okay, so this is Mokuokeawe. These are the districts right? There are what, 6 districts on Mokuokeawe. Go ahead and find a place that you deeply connect to, that is your vahipana, that is important to you. So some of you guys might have moved, so maybe that's not the place you're going to choose. You might choose a place you grew up, right? Or if there is an important person that grew up in a different district and that's where you were raised, then go ahead and put in your names. Oh boy. Okay. Caleb, you're in Puna. Why isn't that working? Move you up there. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just try and figure out how to group you guys based off of this. And then let's go ahead and get back into Canvas. Okay, and hit the next button. I'll be sharing my screen with you. So we have our discussion. This discussion is actually going to be worth 20 points. This is your first 20 points of the semester. So we got to do a good job on this. Before you start typing in, I'm going to show you my example so that you guys are aware of what this is. Okay, so what we have here is the Olelo Noeao again. He ali'i, ka aina, he kaua, ke kanaka. The land is the chief, man is its servant, right? So again, this is not a reciprocal relationship. The land does not need us one bit. In fact, we are screwing it up royally, right? So the question is, how does this Olelo Noeao uniquely form the relationship we have with the Aina? How does your upbringing and culture create the foundation of the way to treat the land? What is your vahipana or sacred place? This is the requirements. 4 to 6 sentences. Add a picture of your vahipana or connection to the land. Respond to 3 other students. Okay, so again, there's a limit. So if you see somebody with choke responses like 4, find someone else. So what I want to do is I want to share with you guys what I wrote for mine so that you guys can see. So this is just, you're just going to write a little story almost. Okay, so this is what it is. Growing up, my dad would always ask my twin and me, how are you going to give back to our community? Being little girls at the time, we would always respond with, I don't know. We didn't have a clue that he was planting the seed for our future callings. But one spark that has ignited this great love for the land was my father. Before we could even think to settle down and watch Michael Jordan and the rest of the NBA players, we had to work outside. We had to give back, weeding, planting, taking care of the land, and learning how to fix things were some of the tasks we had to accomplish prior to relaxing. We never viewed it as work, but more like a way of life. Till this day, I can spend hours in the yard and intense sunlight. Because of my upbringing, I know that land will provide for us if we just take care of it. I have seen my father's cultivation of his land produce food and flowers. It requires care and time, just like people need in order to grow. Okay, so for you, I'm expecting a a connection to the land. What is your relationship with it? Okay, and then you can drop a couple pictures. Hopefully, you have them. Okay, I would like you guys to add your own personal pictures if you have. If not, then you can grab them from the internet. But this is me picking up rubbish at Haleolono on Molokai at the beginning of the Kaiwi channel race. Molokai Hoi. Okay, so there's that. And then this is my dad. So we're just sharing. So this is my dad, the one who taught me how to work outside. He's the one that allowed me to be as capable as I am today. If I need to go and build something, paint something, repair something, it's because of him. Um, and then that's my niece right there. That's Elsa. Her nickname is Boom. But I'm showing her how to do things too, because she just wants to watch TV and Netflix, all kinds of shows that I really don't want to watch at all. And Disney Channel, I don't. Okay. But I did get to watch Soul. Did anybody watch Soul? Yeah, it's kind of deep. Hello, Lonnie, did you like it? That girl character, she's pretty nuts. Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys do that. Go ahead and start responding. As you can see, like people responded with pictures and then started responding to each other. So go ahead, and I'm gonna stop my share. You guys go ahead and do that. 12 minutes, ready, go. Kahele Alani, did you add a picture?
I need to find one.
Okay. So you see in the top right hand corner, you see where there's like those dots? Yeah. You can like go back and edit. So find the picture later, okay? Or if you have to go and like, what is it? Go take a picture of your favorite place in Guayaquil. I grew up in Guayaquil, right above, you know where Wiki Wiki Mart used to be? I don't know what it's called now. Aloha Ohana Cafe or something. Yeah. Right around there. Like, you know, Ainola Park. Yeah, that's where I played basketball with my twin. And there used to be
I
this.
live over there.
You do too?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Ohana Foods now.
Ohana Foods. But I heard they have really good like plate lunches there.
Yeah, that's where we get our lunch after we come home from the beach. So.
Oh, lucky. Yeah, it used to be Wiki Wiki Mart, and we used to like bring like any like quarters we had, we'd find in our house when we were little, and we used to go like buy stupid stuff like soda and candy, like just pure sugar stuff, you know. You guys are like, that's not stupid. I love those things. So food group. Okay. Right. I don't know what that is. I'm sure that has a lot of sugar in it. Alicia. Crazy. Okay. Are we done? We need to move on. That's why I want to just make sure that you guys know what we're doing this week. Yeah, you guys can submit. You guys ready to submit? Alicia, it's just a couple sentences.
I'm going to submit like later on because my mom has the pictures.
Oh, okay. Just make sure you do that because it's going to close by tomorrow. Okay. We want to just make sure that that's the setting. You got to set it right because you guys got to go back and at least respond to 3 people. Okay. It doesn't have to be in our class either. Okay. Can you hear my dog? Oh, she can't stop barking. Okay. Whatever. All right. Let's go back into Canvas. Actually, not there. I need to show you guys your grouping for your okay, so if you go back into that document, or I'm just going to send it through the chat, it might be faster. Okay, so what we have here is we have 2 groups that we're creating for this class. I've set it that way because just in case something, I don't know. I think that's just the easiest way to have a balanced group. There's only 7 of you. So have you guys had other new kids in your classes recently? Yeah. Like I thought that we would have had more kids in this class because it's a small class, but I got 2 new ones in my other classes. So, anyway, so what we have here is we have my dog barking like crazy now. Okay, so what we have is Hayden, Alicia, Kalahi Kiola, and Brooke in the first group. And then Kaheleaolani, Caleb, and Josh in the second group. Okay, so I've split you guys up. I'm gonna have Hayden and Kaheleaolani. Go ahead. You see right above the table, there's the Grassroots planning doc. Okay, do you see that? I need you to make a copy to share with the members in your group, and then let's have the other person. So Caleb, go ahead and do the same with your Grassroots presentation template. Okay, and then Alicia, go ahead and do that for the Grassroots presentation template so that we're all doing something at this point. Okay, and then on the right-hand side, you're going to be adding the hyperlink to the planning document, and then the third bullet, which is the presentation slides. Okay, so make sure I have access as well. So you need to add me to that. Do you guys need my email address, or does it just pop up? Okay, cool. Did you guys add the your hyperlink to the group 7, the period 7 grouping? So if you guys look on the right hand side, there's the hyperlinks to the assignments. Okay, I'm just gonna keep them all there. Okay, Hayden, you know where to put the hyperlink? Right there on the planning doc. Okay, and then Kahele, Lani, and Caleb, how's it going? You guys added the hyperlinks. I'm not seeing it on the document. Do you know where I'm at? Kahele, Lani, and Caleb. Oh, in the chat. I dropped it in the chat.
Yeah, I have that, but I don't know, where do I put the hyperlink?
Okay, so do you see the table right there where there's your name, Caleb's name, and Joshua's name? And then on the right-hand side, that right column, it says hyperlinks to, and then there's planning docs. I need your planning doc right there. Does that make sense? And then Caleb, do you see the other one? It's on the page below where it says presentation slides. Okay, good. Good. Thank you guys for doing that. Okay, so let's all get onto the planning doc. Okay, so get onto your group's planning doc. Okay. And so go ahead and we're gonna just go through this. It's real straightforward. I've blocked it all off into week 1. So if you scroll down, you can quickly look what you have to do. And then you have week 2 and then week 3. Okay, so they're all like highlighted in yellow. Okay, so everybody should be on their own. Go ahead and type in your Inoa, the first block right there. Very good. Yep, thank you. No, Kala is not in your group. Is he? Oh no, did I do that? Okay, I guess you're going to have to prove me wrong. What? Okay, no judging. All right. So you're going to be coming up with your inoa for your hui, but I don't think you can do that at this point because you don't have your group members. So we're just going to skip that for now. But I just want to let you know that I didn't present this right in my first period of the day because I had people tell me named their first one group was named Hammer Time. Yeah, I'm like Hammer Time? What the heck is that? And then another group was called Nuggets. And of course I had to ask. I go, what is the Nuggets for? And then the student said, Kumu, have you ever had chicken McNuggets? I'm like, who hasn't? Favorite dipping sauce? Sweet and sour. Oh gosh, we are so alike. It's spooky. Okay, so based on the dipping sauces. Okay. And so what we have here is we have your opportunity to understand the power of naming things, right? And as you know, Inoas carry mana. And so I'm not sure what kind of mana is going to come out of Hama time. Hama with an H at the end. Hamaha, right? And then also nuggets. So I don't know. When I think about nuggets, I don't think about chicken nuggets, though. I think of, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so anyway, what we have here is your chance to properly name someone and to listen to my dog bark for the next 30 minutes. Sorry. So what we have here is I need you guys to go in, indicate which student you are. If you are student 1, always be student 1, okay? So if you're student 2, go ahead and replace student name with your name. Does that make sense? So type. So instead of student name, type in your name. I know you think I'm ridiculous for repeating that, but I had kids type in their name underneath in that box. That's not what I need you to do. Okay, good? Okay, thank you, Alicia Lee. So Alicia Lee and Hayden K, you are going to be 1 and 2. All right, perfect. Okay, so now let's go ahead and type in. I think you guys can remember because I'm pretty sure it's not Kupuna hour for KTA. So go ahead and write down maybe 2 or 3 needs of the community that you really would like to focus on. You know what?
I have a question.
Yes.
There's only 3 students, but I have 4 people in the group.
Go ahead and make another box, please. Go ahead and copy and paste. Okay.
Should I put their names in for them?
Yes, that would be so good, especially for your boy.
No, we're gonna show you that we work together, or when we're together, we work better. Watch.
Okay, I can't wait to see this happen. I don't bet, so there's that. You and your candy. Stop eating. Oh no, that's not candy, it's dice. Okay. Alicia, just type, okay? Stop playing with that. Okay, so what we have here is your ideas, possible needs of your community based on where you live, right? Based on what you're passionate at. Hopefully, based on your research that you completed during second quarter. If you want to abandon that, that's okay. But if you look below, you're going to have to come up with other sources of information with the link. Yeah. More renewable energy. Yeah. What else? So it can be like related to your research. It can also not be related to your research, just so that you have other ideas. Like if you notice during Christmas break, there are more people living right by the soccer fields down at Bayfront. Yeah. So go take a cruise down there. So sad. It's like become a community. Hayden, you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that? It's so sad, you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of pigeons too. And wait, I saw like this Hawaiian thingy, Mitch Rock, something like that. I don't know what it was. There's a lot of big collos on the field.
Yeah, I saw that. There was drumming, so I heard the heart of the drum. At the end, like after we were paddling yesterday, and I was like, "What is that sound?" And then we looked across the street, and there's these giant like kalo plants, planted
They're
right
huge.
by.
Like,
Yeah, they're healthy buggers. They're not even huli. They're like actual plants. Planted right by the Kamehameha statue down Bayfront. You guys should go check it out. It's really interesting. It looks like they're trying to reclaim space.
yeah, my dad said they're like trying to test out what Mitch Rock is gonna do about them like trying to push their boundaries or whatever.
Oh,
I don't know.
is that what I had kind of looked through? That the front page of the Tribune Herald. Gotta look. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, because there's like a big poster, and he said to me about Mitch Rock. We were driving by and I couldn't read the whole thing. but I saw
Really?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Note to self about making posters. Less is more, so we could read it as we drive by. You know what I mean? Anyway, okay. So what else, right? What are some of the needs of our community? Make sure you guys have something to offer. Who is typing right there? Who is that? Who is Anonymous Bat? Caleb, is that you?
Yeah, I'm trying to copy the hyperlink right now.
Oh, okay. And then you see right there where it says presentations below, presentation slides. That's where you hyperlink it to. So you know how to highlight it and then you hyperlink it?
No.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and grab the link. Grab the link to your template for your grassroots presentation. Okay, so you copy the link. Got it? Okay, now go back to that document, the period 7 grouping, and then highlight presentation slides. And then do a 2-finger click. And then you should select hyperlink. No, don't highlight it. Hyperlink. And then paste the link into the text box. Oh, okay, so you got to highlight it first. So undo. Wait. Press the undo button. Yeah, press the undo button again. Undo again. There. Now, 2-finger click on the on that highlighted part, and then paste the hyperlink into it. Did a dialog box come up? Ooh. Hanaho. Either that or you can like select the whole presentation. No. Select the whole presentation slides, and then above there's the hyperlink icon at the top, right next to the highlighted icon, where it says insert link. Get them.
I think so.
It's not highlighted. It's not created. Okay, try again.
So what I gotta press? Command V. Yeah.
No, not yet. Do a 2-finger tap on your mouse pad on the word, on the words. Oh no, not like that. Okay, I'm just gonna help you.
Like that.
I'm just gonna help you. Okay, so go ahead and drop your link into the chat so I can help you, and then I'm gonna show you what to do. Okay, did you give it to me?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm going to select the link. I'm going to copy the link. Did you give Kaheleaolani access to this already?
I can't find her email.
Okay. All right. And then can you see this? I am highlighting it. And then up here, you see right there, there's an insert link icon. Do you see what I'm doing? You click on that, and then this dialog box pops up, and then you paste the link in there. Then when I click on it, it pops up. Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I can tutor. Okay. All right, good. Now we're moving forward. So let's look. So we are looking at the needs of our community. Okay, you're going to be dropping in the titles of the credible sources of information along with the link. So make sure you hyperlink that, okay, in the box below. Okay. Oh, Hayden, thank you so much for doing that for your group. You got to do it for the interviews too. Okay, let's go down to the interviews section. Okay, if you are student 1, type your name next to student number 1. If you're student number 2, scroll down and type in your name next to student number 2. We're on the planning document. You guys good? Okay. Kaheleaolani, what about you? Okay. All right. So, oh, okay, you can put an emoji. Okay. You're going to be asking questions. So you're going to find someone within your Ohana to talk stories. Have a talk story sesh with them. Okay, so on the right-hand side where it says questions and then responses, go ahead and type in responses from, and then hopefully you can write somebody's name in there. Who would you like to talk stories with? I would hope it would be somebody who is knowledgeable from question mark. Do you have a tutu lady that you can talk to? A papa? A dad, a mom, somebody's? Yeah, no, okay. Find somebody. No. Your favorite teacher. Yeah. Your biology teachers are very knowledgeable. Maybe you could talk to them. Because that would help with like environmental conservation stuff. Okay. So just a heads up on that. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's type in that first question, right? So we are going to be talking stories with somebody from our Ohana about the needs of our community. So what is the first question? You're going to ask them, obviously. Okay, type that in there. And it shouldn't be, where's your favorite place to eat? I mean, it should be more like, I don't know. Oh, Auntie Evelyn, very good. Okay, so what would be the first question you would ask, right? Is it better? Is it easier to sustain a living now or when you were little? Something like that, right? What are the needs of our community at this point? Where do you see our community going in the future? Does it look good for us? What do you think? Right? And then what are some of the solutions? Right? So these questions should allow for deeper conversations. They should not be yes, no questions, right? Do you recycle? Yes. Do you donate to something? I don't know. No. I mean, we don't need those yes, no questions. What we need are open-ended questions, right? So make sure you come up with good questions to ask. So Caleb, the question that you asked is a yes/no question, right? So make sure you come up with something. Like, what do you think are the solutions to becoming independent from imported goods? Something like that, right? How can we break free from depending on outside, right? Imports. And then, you know, if you want to interview more than one person, great, right? So what Caleb did was on the right hand side with the responses, he is going to ask both his dad and his papa. Am I right? Okay, that's good. That's good. Alicia, could you be more specific? Because that's like hopefully everybody who cares about.
Okay, okay. So it's like this I don't know what it's called, but
It's a hui.
yes, but like it's like this big group of like Huna, I guess. And they're like up on Mauna Kea. They're the ones like, in the tent, like what is it called?
That's where you go and ask.
You
Go
tell
text
me.
your auntie. Okay. Yeah. Where do you, I mean, what are some of the other questions you could ask, right? So basically, you have to preface, right? We are pretending to be in this like nonprofit organization, this hui, right? And we have a chance to create this action plan, right? This proposal to change the course of Hawaii for a more sustainable future, right? What are some of the questions you would like to ask, right? So you're asking for knowledge and wisdom to be passed on to you so that you guys can really be informed, right? If you guys choose like, I don't know, something like, you know what, we need more. What is something ridiculous? Anybody can think of something ridiculous? We need more 7-Elevens. Let's go back to 7-Eleven, okay? We need more 7-Elevens, right? That's not an issue, right? Now another Taco Bell, that might be, every time I pass by Taco Bell, there's a line. There's always a line. I don't know why. It's one of the great mysteries of Hilo. I'm going to admit something, that there might be a McDonald's app that is easy to use.
My dad gets mad at me because every time we go, I like the local deluxe platter. That's all I eat.
What do you get
The local deluxe platter.
from McDonald's? Really? Is that the breakfast one?
Yeah, they have all day breakfast. Did you not know this?
I don't really eat McDonald's, but when I do, oh my gosh, watch out.
It has,
Two,
it has
two Filet-O-Fish large fries.
it has rice and spam and poutine sausage and eggs.
Right. It's called the big breakfast. All right. So go ahead. You guys are going to be asking some questions here. Okay. And then searching and seeking out more information. Let me go to this right here. Okay. Go ahead and take a couple more minutes to write down some more questions so that we can make sure that you're in a good place, and then we'll move on. Kahele Aulani, your questions are amazing. Do you know who you're going to be talking to? talking stories with?
Well, it's just my mom.
Okay. And then you also need to ask the question about what you feel is the need, right? So like for example, oh, you didn't write anything, Kahele Alani. How do I know what your ideas are of your needs of your community? Okay, so go back to the top and then write some of those down. Reopening sports. Caleb, I know that's a really pressing issue, but we're talking about environmental issues and sustainability. I know that's a really big concern. Like, when are they going to start? Right? You're missing your entire JV basketball season, unless you're really good, and you're missing your entire varsity season. What are you, a point guard?
Yeah, kinda.
Kind of. You can play point guard.
Yeah, my team like everyone can dribble the ball, so we're all just like do everything.
That's cool. Growing up, we were all around the same height, so my dad made me play in the post. Fun times. We're all the same height, so it was like, who wants to play post? I'll play post. It's good though if like guards know how to play down in the post when they go man to man. Can eat them up down low. Good. Okay. So needs of your community, what are they, right? Environmental needs, job needs, right? Economic needs, right? What is prohibiting the health and wellness of our community, right? Stay focused on that. I don't know, but get plenty money for fireworks, that's for sure. Just saying. Before I started class, there was a big firework bomb that went off. Anisha, it's not even like that. It's like boom, boom. That's all it is. It's like a bomb. I don't know what these things are. Do you guys have those firecracker bombs at your place? It's horrible. No, not even the pretty ones with the lights. It's just a flash. Okay. How's it going? Okay, if you guys scroll down, okay, so you guys can continue to work on that. Go ahead and scroll down. For each week, you will have to complete this document completed task. You'll also have to meet individually with you'll have to meet on your own with your groups. So if you guys look, like you guys both are missing people. So you're gonna have to meet with your group, right, to catch them up. So this is a total group project. You're going to have to like email them and set up Zoom meetings with each other. Okay, so if you guys look, date and time, you got to set those up. Bless you, by the way. All right. Students 1, 2, and 3. Hayden, you're going to have to add in another row for student number 4. Okay, go ahead and write your names in the box. Right, so if you're student 1, write your name there. If you're student 2, write your name there. Okay, and then let's look at the kuleana for the week. You guys know what I'm talking about? Scroll down past the interview questions. Okay, the interview section. Okay, so what do we need to do? Okay, so the first thing you have to do is what? Gather more information, finish your brainstorm. Okay, so type that in there. Everybody should be typing. Okay, gather credible sources of information. And then you also have to finish your interviews, right? Talk story. We're going to do this more as a talk story sesh, so no big deal. Okay, very good. So if you guys look at this table that you're typing in right now, look at the left-hand side. You see that where there's the X, right? You're going to place an X there after you complete all your tasks. That's your woohoo, I did it indication. Okay. So if you guys look in interviews, yes. Okay. So what we have here is on the right-hand side, you're going to mark your accomplishments and your next steps. So you need to make sure you know what you finished. This is how I'm going to keep you accountable. Each week is worth 20 points. Okay. This whole thing is going to be worth 60 points. So I need you guys to know that's how you're going to earn your points. You could potentially get 100 out of 100% out of this, right? So let's make sure you stay on task. If you scroll to the next week, week 2, you're going to bring all your ideas and come up with the finalized mission, the why. Okay, so if you guys look, you can kind of see what you're going to do next, right? You're going to compile all of your needs of your community to come up with one goal, right? I mean, one mission, and then you're going to come up with smaller goals. Then you're going to assign roles in Kuleana for the rest of the group members and the rest of your group. So if you guys look, you're going to have one person be the proposal writer, one be the tech designer, one be the art designer / photographer person or whatever. But that's not to say that you guys aren't going to help each other out, right? So like 2 of you guys could work on the proposal, right? All of you guys will be looking at the proposal and say, you know what, this sounds funny. Okay, the proposal's only going to be 1 to 2 pages long, so it's not a big deal, but you got to do it right. Okay. So if you guys look, down below is the outline for the proposal on this document. You guys see that? Go ahead and scroll down past the timeline so that you guys can see that, please. Okay, you see that? So the length of it is going to be 1 to 2 pages, no less, no more. Okay, so we're going to limit your information. It needs to be concise language, it needs to be a professional tone, and you need to address the commission of Moku Keawe. Okay, so there's your proposal outline, just to give you some idea as far as what you need to have in there. Okay, everybody clear? Hando, yeah? I think this is pretty straightforward. Okay, so week 3, if you guys scroll all the way down to the bottom, is just the feedback and adjustments, what you have to do to prepare for your final presentation. Okay. All righty. We have 20 minutes left of class. I'm going to break you guys up into your own breakout room so you can talk to each other to maybe talk about what you're looking at, what kind of needs, so that you can kind of see what you're doing, and maybe even propose a name. Okay, no chicken nuggets, no hammer time. Okay, so if you have to look up like on vehevehe.org or something, you guys go ahead and do that. Okay, and then I'll just meet you guys separately. Okay, you two. Why don't you guys talk stories with each other? Who you going to interview? What you're thinking about doing? Things like that.
What's your ideas for the needs of the community? Like, I need some ideas.
The only one I put down was the one that I wrote about, so like tourism. But yeah,
What was your topic for your research, Caleb?
Water harvesting.
How could you combine those? I don't know. Maybe you guys can find a common like interest, okay? And then work from there. Based that you guys are in Hilo. Oh no, you're in Puna and you're in Hilo, yeah. So what would be something? You might also want to look at like, you remember Koholalele? Do you guys know what that is? Try look if you can see this website right here. Okay, and then also I'm gonna give you guys some ideas on where to look. So do me a big favor. Can you guys open that that Huimao website? You guys can see that? Okay, so if you guys look, you can click on like a Huimao home, and then it says what they're about, right? About rehabilitating, right? Hawaiian culture-based Aina education, things like that. Okay, it's real community-based. So you guys can look to see. Okay, pretend that you guys are like, I don't know, 20, 25 years old, 27 years old, and you're like, you know what, we want to do something for the community to change the course. Yeah. So you got to figure out what are the needs, and maybe you got to look through the newspaper or something and see like what are the actual needs of the community. Like, do we really need, like, I don't know, I feel like we have a really big mental health issue. We have all these like people just kind of wandering around the street. I saw this new guy. He has no leg. He's missing a leg. He's on like, you know where KTA is, right? The other day I saw him. He was in a wheelchair. He was missing a leg. I know this sounds really crazy. I had rubbish all over the place, and he was like on the opposite side of KTA. I'm like, who's taking care of this man? I mean, he's just like flailing around, lifting his no leg up in the air, like his part leg, like up in the, I'm like, what is going on? I feel so bad because, you know, he must need help, but right. And where did he come from? I'm not sure. Okay. So I don't know, mental health, drugs and alcohol, right? Maybe something that has impacted even your own family. Yeah. So like for me, growing up like around your age, I had a cousin, we grew up together. And after, like while I was in high school, um, he got into drugs and stuff like that. And then my dad was a policeman at the time. And my dad had to go identify his body because the people shot him through his eyes because he probably did something really wrong. And I mean, drugs to me, not a good thing, right? So I mean, like if you have a conviction based off of like your personal life, right, that would be one of those mission, right? I'm on a mission. Okay, so maybe you guys talk about what you care deeply about, because if not, then this kind of falls flat on its face. Okay, so you guys talk stories, and then I'm gonna go visit the other group. Okay, so did you guys talk to each other?
No.
Why not? I want you guys to be like normal people, like you guys actually talk to each other, like have conversations, you know? You're like, what do
Okay.
I talk to her about? Okay. So like what do you hold near and dear to your heart that you're like, you know what, I'm willing to commit to this. This is a problem. It may be maybe a problem that is close to you. Yeah. Like, you know, that you've experienced firsthand and you want to solve that problem because it's part of a bigger community problem. Okay. Okay, so what are some of the things? Alicia, what are some of the things that are preventing our island from becoming fully sustainable, or that's holding us back?
I think the one I did was the renewable energy semester, and I think renewable energy in Hawaii means that all of our energy is going to be here. You don't need to get it from anywhere else. So I think that is absolutely sustainable.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also eco-friendly. So
Okay, so maybe being more eco-friendly. So that's why, you know, that discussion that we had prior to this was really important, right? So I mean, I think Hayden, you finished yours. And where is this? Is this Honolulu that you've taken a picture of?
yeah,
Okay. So really important, you know, maybe that your connection is to like is about what we do on the land will greatly impact the ocean, right? I'm sure you've seen giant pieces of poop floating by when it rains hard. Were you there when the sandbar washed out? That was crazy.
I did it a couple times. The biggest one was like not too long ago.
Yeah,
There's a nice island.
my friend was there and they got swept out to like the point.
Oh, I didn't go out when the river was running. That's like kind of dumb, but I was there
Right?
after when
Right.
all the sand was like there's an
It was
island in the
gone.
middle.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah, like
Yeah.
right where like the inside. Yeah, my friend. I was like, why would they be out there if there was like heavy rain? Like that's like a rule. Like you don't go, right?
Yeah.
And she got stuck on the opposite side of the river, and they had to like crawl on the side with their boards, and then jump in and paddle as hard as they can across to get to the other side. If not, they would have been swept out and then would have gone like back to Hilo. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of stupid, but I mean, I couldn't believe it. Like when I was like, why would you go out then? You know, like kind of makaala your surroundings. Anyway, Alicia, what do you care about? Because if you don't have something you care about, then this project really falls flat on its face. You know, like I'm asking you to care. So what is it that you care about with our environment? Like I spy that you got like new stuff, right? You got new clothes and stuff for not clothes, but shoes, right? For Christmas. What do you do with the old stuff, right? So like, are we being considerate to our environment, right? I don't know. What do you care about with the environment, with our land?
I see you put reforestation and clean water supply for your ideas.
Okay. So maybe it can be about water,
Connects to minds. Which is-
right? Does Kalahikiola boogie
Yeah, I
board?
think he likes. No, but I think he likes the ocean. So
His family, he said, I remember him saying his family is a family of paddlers.
I
Yeah,
think he likes the ocean.
he likes the ocean. Okay. And then I don't know where Brooke is, but okay. Maybe you guys can do something with the ocean. Okay. So, or with like waterways, right? So, what we do on the land. So, what is it, right? So, what I'm going to do is I want you guys to really, I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. Go ahead and click on that. That's the link to that Koholalele out in Pauilo. Okay, can you guys access that? Does that work? Yeah, so you can see like kind of like their mission, right? The name, the reasons why they do what they do. It's real community based. Okay, so maybe your hui is going to be focused on that kind of stuff, right? The waterways. How do we ensure, right, that? So like going back to Honolulu, you know how they have that, what is it called? The Paka, I don't know what it's called. There was that group, Honolulu Paka.
It's called the Honolulu Paka.
Yeah, right. And they have a bunch of kids cleaning up, right?
Yeah.
You know how rundown Honolulu was at one point, was sad. Like people just throw rubbish. I mean, now there's actually like places to cruise, right? And just imagine if that happened in all places, right? Okay, so that might be something you can also look up as well for gathering more information. Okay, so because you want to know what's out there, what are other organizations actually doing, so that you don't repeat what they do but make it better, maybe. Okay. So, and also I think you guys heard like there were people like, we don't know who, right, poisoning the streams, and then had all like the dead crawfish or whatever. Like, what the heck's up with that? Like, why would people even do that? I have no idea. Do you guys know why? I have no idea. I don't know why. I don't know if it was done on purpose or what, by accident, but whatever it is, it's not good. So,
Probably like dumping trash in the river. A lot of people do that. But,
oh yeah, I remember being a kid and, oh, we gotta go dump rubbish, and I was like, what? We're throwing it over? Like, that's just crazy. That's why, like, I went to Papaiko Mill for the first time ever. Have you been there?
yeah,
You have. And I, for the first time ever, I couldn't believe it. It's right there. Like I've never been there before. And there's all those like, you know, those like pottery and glass pieces, right? Why? Because people used to just throw their trash, right? Or their old stuff they never use, and it would go down the stream. And that's why you have those broken glass and the pottery pieces.
there's like lead in the soil too or something.
Right, right. And then also, if you look good next time you go, you know those green, they look like, they're like these green little rocks. It's supposed to be some kind of chemical that's solidified. Like next time you go, try look. There's all these, it looks kind of like jade, but it's like, my friend that lives around there, he said like, don't pick those up. Those are not good. I was like, oh,
I went with my friend a couple times, and there were like these people that are asking us like, is it dangerous to be here? They're like, is there side effects from going in the water? Kind of weird.
right. I don't know. Probably the McDonald's is worse than
Yeah.
right. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just teach English, so you know. So there's that, right? I want you to check out the Hui Mao website though, so that you guys can kind of get a feel for what's at stake. Like you need like a plan of action. You need, how are you guys going to continue the funding? How long do you want your project to be, right? Is it just a one-time crack? You know, what is this, right? So That's what you're gonna have to talk stories about. Okay. I'm gonna bring us back to the rest of the class so we can give our eyes a break. If I can figure out how to do this. All right, you guys. So hopefully you guys need to meet with each other, yeah? And kind of hash some of this stuff out. So cohort B tomorrow, hopefully you guys meet up with each other. Okay. And then tell me, you gotta document in your completed tasks when you met, what you talked about, things like that. Okay. It's really important. Yeah. You gotta finish like gathering information so that you can pitch. Okay, I think we should do this. I think we really should care about this, right? So that's what you're gonna be doing for this week. Yeah? And go talk stories to see, I mean, what is something that our community desperately needs in order to thrive, to be successful. Okay. And talk to the people in your lives that hold this wisdom, and see if you're on the right track. Okay. Don't forget to also do your IXL. So select something, yeah. Remember, off the IHOP menu. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, it's been really good to see you guys. I'm so glad that you guys showed up today. Okay. Let's try and get solid A's, solid B's. Okay. This semester. Okay. All right. Take care, you guys. Email me if you need.